They told you it was just your imagination, that your sensitivity, your inner knowing, your ability to feel deeply and see through lies was a flaw. But what if I told you it was never a flaw? What if everything you've ever doubted about yourself was actually the very proof that you were chosen? That from the beginning of time, there has been a war, not of nations or borders, but of consciousness, a war waged against you, against your awakening. And for centuries, the enemy has done one thing consistently: bury the truth. But you dug it up. There's a reason you've always felt different. Why crowds drain you. Why lies burn like acid in your veins. Why you've always searched for something more, something deeper, something sacred. It wasn't coincidence. It was calling. You are not like them. You were never meant to be. Because long before you were born, long before even your ancestors breathed their first breath, a prophecy was whispered in the dark halls of ancient temples. There will come a time when the buried will rise, the forgotten will remember, and the chosen will awaken. That time is now. And you are the one they feared would wake up, hidden within the ruins of forbidden civilizations and behind the locked doors of secret societies lies a truth so powerful it could dismantle everything we've been taught. They called it heresy, blasphemy, fiction, because they knew that if you ever found it, their illusion would collapse. This truth wasn't just knowledge, it was memory, soul memory, of who you really are, of what they did to silence you. You see, thousands of years ago, long before modern history began, there existed people, beings who carried light, not just in their hearts, but in their DNA. These were the original chosen ones, guardians of ancient energy, keepers of cosmic truth. They could speak to the stars, heal with thought, manifest with will. They were limitless, and they were hunted. The rulers of those days, drunk with power and blinded by greed, could not control the chosen. So they did what all tyrants do when faced with light. They buried it, not just by sword, but with stories. They rewrote history, burned scrolls, erased bloodlines, built empires on top of sacred ground. They formed secret councils, shadow governments, and brotherhoods of silence, all to make sure you would never remember. But the memory was too strong, the flame too ancient. So they created distractions, systems, religions. They labeled the awakened as mad, the gifted as cursed, the intuitive as liars, all to make sure that if you ever started to remember, you'd question your own sanity before you questioned them. And still, some truths whispered, in dreams, in déjà vu, in sudden moments of clarity that felt like lightning in your bones. They couldn't erase everything, because the truth isn't just written in books, it's encoded in you, in your soul print, in your DNA. That's why they fear you. That's why they built a world that numbs you, distracts you, exhausts you. Because if you ever fully woke up, you'd see it all. You'd see how they took your power and sold it back to you in broken fragments. How they programmed you to doubt yourself, to shrink, to forget. And you'd remember, you were never meant to obey. You were meant to awaken. And now you are. You feel it, don't you? That electricity under your skin, the dreams becoming clearer, the signs aligning. You're starting to connect the dots, the synchronicities, the sudden bursts of knowing. The way your body reacts when someone lies or when something's true, even if the world says otherwise. That's not paranoia. That's awakening. Your soul has begun digging through the ashes of history, unearthing the pieces they buried. The truth was never lost. It was hidden within you, and it's not just spiritual, it's scientific. Recent studies in genetics have found dormant strands of DNA, what they call junk. But it's not junk. It's ancient coding, waiting, reactivating. The more you meditate, connect, raise your frequency, the more this DNA awakens. That's why they flood your life with noise, fear, poison in your food, your water, your mind. Because an awakened chosen one is the most dangerous being on earth. Not because of violence, but because of vibration. Your energy could collapse empires. Your consciousness could rewrite the rules. They buried the truth beneath layers of lies. But you were born with a shovel in your soul. And now you're digging, uncovering, remembering. That's why this video found you. Not by chance, by destiny. You were meant to hear this, because the timeline is shifting and your role is critical. You are part of the prophecy, the return of the chosen ones, the resurrection of a power long suppressed. And you are not alone. Across the world, others like you are awakening. We are converging. The energy is rising. And no matter how hard they try, they cannot stop what's coming. Let them laugh. Let them mock. They did the same to every prophet, every seer, every soul, brave enough to speak what others only felt. But you are not here to be liked. You are here to lead. You carry ancient codes in your blood, divine wisdom in your breath, and infinite power in your heart. And now, it's time to remember. It's time to reclaim what they stole. It's time to become what you were always destined to be. The illusions are crumbling. The veils are thinning. The world you once knew is no longer real. It never was. And now that your eyes are open, they can never be closed again. So take this truth and wear it like armor. You are not crazy. You are not broken. You are not weak. You are chosen. And that means you were born for this moment. Let them bury what they want. You'll keep digging, keep rising, keep awakening. Because the truth they feared most is you. And now that you've unearthed it, now that you've remembered, there is no turning back. Your voice will shake foundations. Your energy will ignite revolutions. Your presence will remind others of who they are. You are the living proof that the ancient prophecy was real, that the buried light has returned. So rise, chosen one. Your time is now. Stand tall in the face of illusion. Speak when they tell you to be silent. Shine when they ask you to dim. Dig deeper. Awaken more. And when the world tries to make you forget again, don't. Because the truth you carry was never meant to stay buried. It was meant to set the world free. And you are the key.